Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew with Families Everything.
Until it's not. I'm having microphone trouble. That's what happens when you're at an undisclosed location.
A remote space.
A remote space. I love that. You know what?
I love
Uh,
your remote location far more than this show.
oh, that me too. Me too. Me too. I could live here forever. It's magical. I just
Same.
want to say that this has nothing to do with the show, what I'm going to say, but it does have some. We found out that next week is the season finale of Salt Lake.
Oh.
Oh God, which just hurts my heart. And I'm thinking, well, when the heck does this crap get over?
Did this start before? Did Salt Lake
I don't
start?
know, but it's like the season that won't end.
I know.
Oh my God, aren't they over soon? Please, dear
Maybe
God,
they
may
extend,
they.
maybe they had a certain amount of episodes they signed on for, and so they're extending it just to finish those off, and then so they never have to bring it back again.
Oh
We can
my
only hope.
God, I can't stand it. I can't take Brynn. She's
Bryn's
just
too much. She's not a good fit for the
horrible.
Housewives. We've said
No,
this. She'd be great on Southern Charm. I think she'd
yeah,
be awesome.
yeah, maybe
Switch
she could
shows.
play into that
Go
little
date Craig. Go date
bit.
Craig.
Oh my God, poor
Poor
Craig.
Craig and poor
Oh,
Paige.
I know. They'll be back together. I have a feeling.
Same. I
I
agree.
do too. Um, Bryn, you know that Uber goes from 0 to 1,600 miles an hour. Why poke the bear unless you want to? Why do you blame Jessel because she has some glam? It's her birthday.
They went after Jessel for no reason at all.
None.
And the
Except
only one,
I believe what Jessel said that Bryn stirs up trouble between the people she feels are getting close to who she feels close to. So,
yes,
in
I
other
agree
words,
with you
she
that.
feels that she's close to Aaron, so she has to cause problems between Aaron and whoever Aaron also
Totally.
has a
It's
relationship
insecurity.
with.
It's deep insecurity.
Yeah. That and the same with Jenna Lyons. And I don't ever want to hear about Jenna Lyons
I don't want to hear
a
about anyone.
goatee. Okay, because
Same.
they called it a goatee.
That's
And
disgusting.
it's so
Makes me literally throw up in my
gross.
mouth. Um, the only one that I
Mm,
actually think is valid is like the only Sai is the only one that I think can like really talk about Pavitt because he called her a bitch. Like he should have
yeah,
not
yeah,
done
yeah,
it.
yeah. That's fine.
I
And
think
he
that's
owned
fair.
it.
He
Whatever.
owned it. I think that's fair. But like,
I actually don't believe that. I think if you got rid of Bryn and maybe even Aaron, this could be a whole different show because Rachel is legit.
Raquel, I like Raquel.
Raquel
Did you
is
see her on
legit.
Watch What Happens Live with
Sai
Erica?
is legit. I saw bits of it, but not the whole
Did
thing.
you see when Erica and Andy were talking about Tom Girardi and then Raquel jumped in and goes, what's her wife's name? I forget.
Mel.
Mel. She goes, Mel didn't do the psych evaluation. And then Erica Jane's face was like, what? Like, and then Andy was like, oh my God. And then Mel was there at Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
And Andy was like, is that what you do?
Yeah.
And then Erica was still confused. And then Mel was like, oh yeah, like if someone's unfit to fit trial, like I do those evaluations. And Erica was like, oh my God, interesting. And then she turned to like Raquel, you could tell she's like, I need to talk to you guys. Like you could tell she like
Oh
wanted to
yeah.
know
But are
more.
they I don't think they ever got divorced.
They're not on speaking terms. Like Andy said that they have no communication whatsoever.
Yeah, but I don't believe they're divorced because technically you cannot divorce somebody who's incapacitated.
And I think for a while she wanted to get divorced, but I think now she's like, let him die.
Yeah, I know. He's not looking good.
No, I
No,
think she doesn't care.
I
I
think
think at
he's
this point
sick.
she knows she needs to focus on herself. And just so everyone knows, she's back on Broadway as
I
Roxy
know
Hart
she's going
soon.
back to Roxy Hart, but we're talking about New York
Yeah, well,
right
that's
now.
what happens here. We talk
Um,
about New York, so we're talking about Chicago, not about the women, because that's
yeah,
what
I
even a
mean,
show that doesn't sell many tickets and has been on Broadway for 20 years is more interesting than this show. So,
yeah, without a doubt. Um,
what did you think about the whole boring
I
comments?
can't believe as a woman with girlfriends and stuff, I would never want to be around these women.
I could never be around Brynn or Ubah ever. I would never, I don't care, even outside of Brynn. I hate to say this, the same way if you watch Salt Lake City this week, they're very much right. After Brittany recorded them, even though she definitely looks extremely battered and traumatic, and like
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think that they all have a little bit of sympathy, and I think she truly didn't understand what they have been through. And I don't even think any of us did until Heather and them said that, and we'll talk about that
Oh,
more in the
that's
Salt
true.
Lake
Yeah, yeah,
review.
yeah. Yeah.
I can understand why they won't trust her fully again. Or they'll
Yeah.
always be looking down at her phone to see if it's on video,
Yeah,
record,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. She should just leave her phone in the room, I thought.
But there's a way for exactly what you just said. There's ways for her to make them feel more comfortable keeping her
Yeah.
phone in her purse,
Yeah.
not having her phone out. There
Right.
is no way for these women on New York to not know what's going to come out of Ubah's mouth next.
But Bryn too.
No, no, but Brynn doesn't do what Ubah does. Brynn talks shit all the time.
Yeah.
Ubah, you could be like, Ubah, you have one hair out of place. Are you fucking kidding me? You robbed a bank 6 years ago and you kept the money in this location, and I'm
Well,
calling the
because
feds.
she does go for the, well, who'd you know to get on
Oh,
this show? Who'd you sleep with to get on the show? She went there quick. She does go there quick.
that was
But you know what?
insane. Even the producers there and the network, like, I'm actually shocked that Bravo showed that because, like,
With all the accusations and
yes,
stuff
just like
going
it wasn't
around.
now, and it must not be true
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
because
why.
if it was true, Bravo would never show that.
Agreed. I agree with you there. Yeah,
And I think
without a
Brynn should
doubt.
go off of that to be like, listen, if a network like NBC wants to promote me as a housewife and put me in all this press stuff, knowing
She
that
should
I
be on
like
Traitors or
knowing that
something
I
or
flirted
Villains.
with someone and maybe slept with them to get on the show.
Yeah,
Like the other part is that what producer did she sleep with? Andy Cohen? I want to know the straight male that's an exec producer of one of the Housewives franchises.
yeah, that's true.
Because
But
most the guy who does Beverly Hills, whatever his name is, that also does Vanderpump, I forget his name, the producer, gay. The guy that does Atlanta, that has the podcast now, the big one, that for whatever, gay. Andy
yeah,
Cohen, gay. It's like these are like male producers
yeah,
doing
yeah,
the
this isn't
Housewives.
a
They're mostly
casting
gay,
couch. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mostly gay.
Um, Bryn, though, is wrong to jump in front of Jessel when Jessel has to go get her twins and Bryn has to go let out her dog.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I mean, when she starts with that, she's just, you know, Bryn thought she was well received last year. This is
Okay.
a typical second season
Oh,
mistake. You think you became a friend of the, you're a fan favorite, or the fans like you, so you exaggerate that behavior the next year.
there's
And
someone that
then,
I can tell you has done that, and she's been protected by our favorite housewife.
oh, are you talking about Teresa?
And who does she protect?
Jen.
And we all saw this week the real Jennifer Aiden
Why? What you mean? Didn't she do something at Chick-fil-A or something?
at Jersey Mike's
Oh,
at the
Jersey
airport.
Mike's. Okay.
And it's all on film and it's horrible.
Oh, is it? I didn't see
She's
it.
just a
I'm
loot.
at a
Like,
secure location.
first and foremost, your house is or your show is on pause.
Yeah, it is on
So it doesn't really
pause.
matter how good you are.
Andy asked, uh, Dorinda was on,
Yeah.
and Dorinda was with, who was
Whitney,
she?
Annie,
Whitney. Oh, yeah,
Annie.
because
The sun will
she,
come out tomorrow.
yeah, because Annie, what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
The red hair. The sun
Oh,
will
the
come
red will come
out
out. Yeah, her hair was
tomorrow.
redhead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she said that Margaret and Margaret and Doris,
Dolores?
Dolores. I
Yeah.
don't know why I called her Doris. I was thinking of Dorit.
Dorit.
Were
Dorinda.
doing fine being on pause. Because any housewife that gets put on pause, they call Dorinda because she knows what it's like.
Yeah.
She sort of invented the word.
It's a little different when a housewife gets put on pause and when a franchise cast gets put on pause.
Yeah, well, you know what
The
Andrew said
franchise
to
was put
me?
on pause because he needs to find new women.
Yes, but
It was not on pause for them to calm down.
Andrew said before we came on that he hopes that the conflict with Kyle and Dorit doesn't do the same thing to Beverly Hills that it's
Oh
done to
yeah.
Jersey.
And in a way, Ubah's doing that with Brynn.
Yeah, she
Because
is, because
be,
remember, we saw her in the first episode, nobody was talking to each other.
exactly, and that's what it started off terrible. And like I
Yeah.
have to say, we have these bright moments in New York. It's like Cy, Raquel,
Cy, Raquel, even
Jessel, Rebecca,
Jessel,
even
even
Erin without Brynn and without like the negativity. When Erin's talking about her parent, like her mother, I'm sure if she were to be filming like, with her dad and all that, like when he got like I like Erin and she's a true New Yorker and she like has a life. Like I even find I think her and Abe are swingers. Like I think there's a lot of stuff
Yeah,
going on
you
there.
do think that. Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that
They need to get rid of maybe Uber and Brynn are the two that need to
yep,
go. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you're probably right. So
Give
I'm
them
gonna
that
say
friend card. Put them in the friend zone and see how they react.
put them in the friend zone. I will say one thing, and that is Jenna Lyon's pajamas were tailored and they were impeccable.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like Ryan Bajulian. He
He
tailors
has
his
all of
undies.
his stuff
Who's your
tailored to
mess?
um Brynn.
And Ubah combined.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess they really have just gone off the deep end, the two
They
of them.
have. They're ruining it
Oh,
for
I want to
themselves.
say too, I've been to that beach in Puerto Rico and it's not that great.
No, it's not.
It's not. I
It
had
didn't
a
look
I
that
had a
great even
guy
from the
open a
film.
coconut for me on the beach and dump a little rum in it, and I sucked out the. And then when it gets all nice and saturated, the rum, then you can have them cut open the coconut,
And then you can eat it.
and you can eat the milk, the
Mm.
meat of the coconut after. I
We're
did
looking
that.
at Jenna Lyon's goatee. It sounds lovely. Follow us, subscribe us, like us. We love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.